Shabbat Shalom everybody, and welcome to the Shabbat of this morning. And the Parashat that we're going to talk about this morning is called Parashat Korach. And Korach is the first cousin of Moshe Rabbeinu. And so, that is, in the entire Torah, you can even mention those people that are named after the Parashat. There are not as many as that, but Korach is one of them. And this morning I subtitle the lesson or the Parashat this morning as power grab, power grab, a.k.a. fighting for equality. Power grab, a.k.a. fighting for equality. The so-called leaders that comes to you and said, vote for me, do this for me, do that for me. They are not for equality. They don't care about you. What they care about is about their pocket. It's about power grab, and we can. It didn't start from today. No, it never started from. It has been from thousands of years. Korach was one of the most. One of the master of this science. Coming to everybody saying, "Oh, we are defending human rights. We are defending the people's rights." But actually, no, it has nothing to do with human rights. It has to do with their own idea, their own pocket, or their own power grab. They want to remove any, let's say, a system that they don't want, and they want to come and govern and even make the people even worse. Right? So that is the idea, is power grab, aka fighting for equality. For example, they come and tell us the beginning of all this mess, in the 24th century, they said human rights, right? Oh, everybody was so happy. Yeah, the human being has a right. Yeah, okay, human rights here and there. Then later on they move it ahead, They didn't tell you the death under it. They just, oh, you know what? You have their right. If you say they're human beings, so they have right too. Okay, they say lesbians, right? They have right too. They're human. Oh, okay. So you see the way they discard all this their evil in the name of a right, which are called, yes, everybody has a right. There's no doubt about that. There's a right for everybody. But there's another thing that is called the evil's right. For me, that's what I call it. So this is what we need to understand as a person, and this is what we have to understand as a group. I remember throughout my early childhood that all my friends had a favorite superhero. Today, maybe it's no different. But back then, there were fewer to choose from. There were not as many superheroes as we have now during my own time. Some kids were into the Marvel comics, while others, including myself, who wouldn't dare miss an episode on TV, on television. Every time I go, I open Channel 5 and I watch. Just as it is typically the book that precedes the movies, so too the comics book come before the television show. Perhaps it was the time, it's a unique time. So when I was born, that causes me to especially or attracted to the original superhero. My favorite superhero back then was Superman. On TV. I said the Superman. I said, God. I said, please, I want to have all the superpower that Superman has. Because the Superman, what can the Superman do? Superman can see through a lot of things. Fire comes out like an X-ray, comes out of his eyes. Superman can fly. Superman, he does a lot of things. And as a child, I'm very interested in such kind of of heroes. And now, I also like Batman. Batman. But Batman cannot fly like Superman. Superman flies, right? Then there's another one that is called Voltron. I like Voltron. He does it because Voltron was before what is called Transformer. Now we have what is called a Transformer. But back then, Voltron is like a lion. There are 5 lions. They match together to form one robot. So I like such all those type of things. Back then. Superman debuted in Action Comics #1 in June 1938 in a story written by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. He's generally considered the first comic book superhero. So there was no set formula for how this kind of characters have to behave. Back then, they do whatsoever they want to do. There was no set formula for this kind of superhero in 1930s. So when they worship, for example, every on Channel 5 in my country, Channel 5 at 4:30, I run, I leave everything, I run. I go and glue myself to the TV because that's how they show it every day. So I enjoy this kind of superheroes back then. But there is one thing I want us to understand at this time. Superheroes have superpowers, right? That is a Greek understanding. From line A, linear, line B. From point A to point B. But for us, as the Eastern people, the Easterners, it's not our idea. Our idea is always spiral, that goes up. So the superhero is like someone who has a superpower. And you, as an ordinary human being, cannot compare yourself to such a person as I use, for example, Superman. He flies, He has something like a cloth like this, like a talit, at the back of his back that flies, give him the superpower. He's from another planet, So, and he can, with a single hand like this, he can take the whole house and break it, or a whole car and destroy it, So, I always dream for such a power back then too. I say, oh God, give me this type of a power that Superman, Superman has. But that is another trash, another day. I'm going to give us a trash about that. Okay, so although technology afforded us great advances in the physical realm, it will never replace the system of seeing in the spiritual world. Superman has the ability to see through walls, right? He can see he can see everything that is happening in the house. He can see your movement, right? Because of the superpower, he can x-ray everything, what you do. But the same thing here, I said, but this type of power cannot replace the spiritual power. There is no how. The ability to see is not limited to something physical. No. Seeing, perceiving, processing require both wisdom and insight in order to read a situation and meet the challenges of dealing with it properly. It's not just for you, looking at things, but you have to be able to digest what you are seeing. You have to be able to read what you are seeing, read into it. I'm not saying reading it as I'm reading a book, but read into it, understand it, and be able to come out with what's actually going on here. One of the most profound example of this is found in the classic Torah story. In this week's Parashat Korach, the Torah relates the showdown between Moshe Rabbeinu and his first cousin Korach. Right? Up until now, every revolt by the people against the Holy One, blessed be He, against Moshe, against Aaron, has been generated by fear. Remember, all from the last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, all the parasha that we learned is always has been against, all these revolts are always come because of fear, because they don't know what is going to be tomorrow, because they don't know what is going to happen next. They completely lack faith in the Holy One, blessed be He. Fear that will base need for substance will not be met, as was the case in the case of Korah. As I'm saying, that listen, let's look at their fears. And this their fear, it says that in the last week we saw that they had fear of they spoke Lashon Hara against the land. They say, you know what? Oh, we cannot conquer the land. We saw giants in the land, and we are like a grasshopper on that, speaking nonsense. When God said, go and possess the land. I have given you the land that have flowed with milk and honey, everything is yours. They came back with negative news, and the people, their heart melted, and they revolted. Because they say, oh, are we going to all die in the wilderness where you don't know good land in Egypt? In Egypt, the land, like this week, they complain. The land of Egypt is flowing with milk and honey. Oh my God. So if the land of Egypt is flowing with milk and honey, why did you live there? Why don't you remain there? Why did you cry? God, please help me, deliver me, I'm suffering. We need to understand this human nature. We are all the same thing. Nothing different from us and them. The same. Because now some people will come, oh, Canada. Okay, if you don't like Canada, pack your load, return back to your country. Why are you here? Don't stay here. Don't complain. If I don't like Canada, okay, why are you staying here? Go back. If you don't like Canada, if your country is so better, so why are you enduring such pain and suffering? So we need to understand that we still do the same thing. So those Israelites, they are stubborn people. Those Israelites, they don't believe in God. We ourselves are still the same, nothing different from us and them. So, however, the revolt that took place in the Parashat Korach is of a different nature. It's not of this we don't know tomorrow or lack of faith. No, this is not a revolt spanned by a moment driven by a raw negative emotion. No. This is a revolt that is well planned, well thought of by the chief man called Korach. He organized, it's called a palace coup. He organized this coup perfectly well. He has a reason. And there is another reason that was able to combine together with his own, because the children of Reuben, we can see, the Torah said, and the children of Reuben, 250 men of renown. These are not ordinary men. These are not chuki men on the street. These are not men street. No, these are wise men. These are men of caliber. When I mean caliber, I mean authoritative men. They all gather themselves against Moshe and Aaron. So the question is, why Reuben? Why Reuben? Remember in the Torah told us that the firstborn has what? Double portion. Right? That's what the Torah said, and that's our portion. And Reuben is the first son. Right? He has double portion, but Jacob Avenu did not make it the firstborn. Jacob used the firstborn as what? As Joseph. He gave everything to Joseph. So there was anger. There was this enviness. And we can see now that God now even changed it a little bit, or improve it, I would say. Right? God now said, you know what? In this time, I'm going to draw who? Levi to myself. Don't give them nothing. They have nothing. They have no property in the land. I am their property, God said. They will serve me in the temple. They will serve me in the Mishkan. God now is lifting up Levi as the firstborn now. And these ones are jealous. Right? He said, okay, we have a reason. Me, I want to be the leader, Korach, because he's from the tribe of Levi. I want to overthrow Moshe. And he went to go and convince the Reubenites. He said, don't you see that you are missing up? You should be the one that have the double portion. If you make me the leader, I will give you the double portion. Yeah. You see, they make a coup. They make a coup to overthrow Moshe. And let's see what actually happened. Korah was a great man. There's no doubt about that. Remember, in the Torah said, the Kohite, his father, Korah, was the one that carried the ark. In the Talmud, give us understanding this, that Korah said that when we hold the ark, our leg does not touch the ground. It is not we that carry the ark. It is the ark that carries us. You see, it's very strange. People will be looking at them and say they are marching the ground. No. They never march the ground. They are just walking on the air. It's like a gravitational force that is lifting them up. Their legs never touch the ground. It is not you. It is not you that is carrying God, but it is God that is carrying us. That is the interpretation. God carries us upon His wings, not us carrying Him. If you carry your God, then your God is a fake God. Because if you carry this, you are putting your God in your pocket, or you put in your pocket, then there's a problem, right? That is not a God. You should be the God of that one, because you are the one that is carrying it, right? So this is the idea. Korah was not an ordinary man. He was a very deep spiritual man, and he understands very, very well. Dathan and Abiram, son of Eliab of the tribe of the Reubenites, were according to many men of great caliber, and with them was 250 Lesim, princes of the tribe of Reuben, where of a special stock. These are very special people. These were not just ordinary people, as I said. If so, we need to understand how such a tragedy could have taken place. Korach was an anarchist who really had a hidden agenda. I had a beautiful explanation by Rabbi Yitzhak Breslau, who spoke of the greatness of Moshe through the uses of what is called the great X-ray. Remember, I talked about Superman with his X-ray. Moshe was a very great man. He could X-ray all what is coming out from the mind of Korach, because he knows that this is a plan, that this is not something that just came out from nowhere, that this is well planned out, that this is a palace school. All right? So, Korach came to Moshe and the people declaring that every Israelite is close to God and therefore capable of figuring out how to serve God. Is that true or lies? That is true. That's what the Torah said. All Israelites are holy. That's what the Torah said. But remember, there is a hidden agenda. You just pick something like many rabbis or like many pastors they will do. They pick a phrase in the Bible or in the Torah. They pick it up. They don't read the one before, the one after, the one that favors them. They just pick it up and say, "Hey, the people see, people see, people see," and people the people will be carried away. You know, because he didn't tell them what goes after or what is before. Only the one that fits him, that suits him on what he wants to say. That's what he picked out. The same thing Korach did here. Korach picked that phrase, said, "Everybody is holy. We can serve God. We don't need you." That was intentional. That is what he's saying. Moshe, back off. We are all holy, and God has chosen us as His own people. So therefore, we don't need a leader. Everybody can serve God the way they want. You know, they tell us freedom. I've come to give you freedom. That's what they say. Hey, freedom, yeah. That's what they say. That is not only freedom. I have come to give you, but that freedom is that's what they tell you, but actually it's praising Yah. They shame you up. They come and say, okay, we give you freedom for you to do whatever you want to do, and people will be happy. Right? They say, yeah, this is fine. I can do whatever I want to do. Now, nobody is restricting my freedom. So, what we see in our world now is our right. No. In the name of freedom, we have evil, manipulating evil, expanding, and all this in the name of freedom. And that's the idea of Korach, the same. So, challenging Moshe's authority by asking, Moshe, the ability, the right to lead me and the entire people. Tell us, we all are children of God. We don't need your leadership. Go back, where I will lead the people back to Egypt, to the land that flows with milk and honey. That's what they said. Lead us back to Egypt. That is where we have the good land. You see, we are human beings. Remember, I'm not saying that these people are some kind of stupid or idiots. No. Because we still do the same thing in the 21st century. Nothing different from them and us. As if we still have, we have the Torah, we learn in the Torah all this story. So we are even more foolish than them because they don't have the Torah at that time. It is a story that we are reading, no? But we have all these examples, we still even behave worse than them. Right? So they demonstrated against Moses and Aaron and declared to them, "You have gone too far. All the people and the community are holy and God is with them. Why are you placing yourself above the God's congregation?" That's what they said. When one looks at most rebellions and challenges of equality, one comes to realize that it is not about equality. No, it's not about equality at all. It is about power grab. This man, Korach, wants to grab power from Moshe in the name of preaching equality. Now what is it? Equality. Oh, I will make you equal with me. All of us are the same. Even though in communist time, there is no equality. They tell you everybody is equal. That is a lie. Because we have some of the elite that live the best, that do the best one, the best everything, while the people, common people, and they thought, oh, all of us are equal. That will never happen. It's a lie. Because the fingers are never equal. Never. So they can never be, all of us can never be the same level. Even though God knows that that can never be true. So this fantasy, this nostalgia, forget about it. It never happened. It's a lie. People told those lies to deceive other people. And you say, hey, yeah, you join them blindly. And those people will come and exploit you and even make you the worst ever than before. Okay. Why are you, they ask him, why are you the leader if we are all equal? That is the question. Why are you Moshe? Why do you make yourself leader like king? And you make your brother Aaron the chief priest? And you make your sister Miriam the chief priestesses? Oh, what remains with us? What about us? But all your family is in the leadership. Nepotism, another name, right? Why? What remains with us? There is a joke. There's a joke among our people, and the joke is like this: if I give all my my goat, my sheep, my cow, if I give all the firstborn, all of them to Aaron, what is left for me then? You know, because Aaron takes everything as commanded by God. That all the firstborn of all everything belongs to God. Animal, man. But the man can be redeemed by you buy a goat or you buy a ram or you buy a cow to redeem the firstborn of men. Right? So everything belongs to Aaron, but me, I have nothing. That is the kind of argument that they are saying. That Korach is saying. Say everything, all the money, all the gold, everything is for Aaron, but for us, that is nothing. That is, to him, it is injustice. Right? He said, let us revolt. Gather men, gather people in the name of saying, I'm going to do what? Make you equal with me, which is a lie. Indeed, they were fighting for equality in their mind. That what, I mean the people, that the message, they tell them, and they think it is right for us to have equality. They were fighting for total control. There was no equality. They are telling the people that one thing for underground, that fight for another thing. What Korach is fighting for is total control in the name of equality. Right? Moshe sees through the deceit of Korach and completely ignore his claim by answering back. Why are you so dissatisfied? What do you really want? Why are you dissatisfied with your portion? God says this is your portion. Your portion is to carry the ark. Can you just imagine how advanced responsibility is that for you to be the one carrying the ark of the covenant? But you say, no, I don't want that. I want to be the chief priest. You know, I want to be Moshe. That is it. And that Moshe has to go out, me I have to be in the place of Moshe. What do you really want? What is the thing that you want? Korach was not saying that he had been short-charged. No, he didn't say so. Rather, he prefers to be defending and speaking on behalf of the people. I am the leader of the people. I am speaking on the behalf of the people. I am telling the people, all of us are equal. Freedom. You know, we are all free. So now, once we are all free, I lead you, all of you, back to what? To bondage. Back to Egypt. Because Egypt is bondage. Right? That is what he said. We are on the right path until somebody came and said, you know what? Human rights. Everybody has a right. Which is true. I'm not against that. Everybody has a right. But there shouldn't be a negative right. Right? That is my own point. Everybody has a right. No, there's no problem about that. The right to life, to shelter, to good life, to all those things, you know, that is good because it's a good thing. But they discard this thing for another negative thing that is under it. Okay, he continues. Listen to what I have to say, you sons of Levi. Moshe is replying them now. Isn't it enough that the God of Israel has separated you from the community of Israel? He has brought you close to himself, allowing you to serve him in the tabernacle, to minister as the community leaders. Is that not enough? What do you really want? Moshe saw Korach for who Korach truly was. He saw that this man was a trick. He was a shit. That this man is not a man to be trusted. He has been given plenty of honor and as well invested in the service of the Holy One, blessed be he. Yet Korah uses the tactics that he is speaking only for the people. You see, he's saying, no, I'm not speaking for myself, but on behalf of the people. You see, manipulation. It is the people. It's not me, in the name of the people. How many evil has many countries carried out in the name of their own people? Oh, this is what my people want. Actually, the people doesn't want it. Because I remember very, very well here in Canada at that time, when they were talking about this LGBT and rights, right? They make, they said, okay, they should make a, what do you call it? They should make like you know, to know how many people is for and is against. 67% of Canada was against it. But still yet, the leaders say, forget about that. They force it on the people, in the name of the people. Right? But Canada themselves, they don't want it. But the government, the people of the day, the government of the day, force it upon their own people. We don't care whatever your idea is, it's none of our business. Like something, a lot of things also that is going on in Europe. That a lot of government, the people of Europe say they don't want war. But the government of Europe said we don't care, we want to bring Third World War upon you. Right? France voted, all of them voted right because they don't want war. England all voted the same way. Italy voted the same way because they don't want. Germany voted the same way. They don't want war. The government said no. We will bring that war by all means. You see, they live in a parallel universe. These leaders, they live in a parallel world, in a world where they have to dominate total control. They don't care by all means necessary. Even though if it is the shedding of innocent blood for them to control, they will do that. They don't care. So we need, as a children of God, we have to understand. We have to have an x-ray to read through their intention, because they will come telling you something that is nice, but under it is very dirty. They have an idea. They say Agenda 2030, right? No, you will own nothing and you'll be happy. What type of idea is that? Which universe they live sometimes, or what do they smoke? I don't understand the kind of smoking that they smoke in their head. How can you say you have nothing and you are happy? That's an animal. So if we don't own it, who own it then? So they own it and they control us. That is the idea. And the people are happy. Yeah. This is nonsense. Right? So this is what I am saying, that we have to, they will give you something that is fancy. It's not everything that is shiny is gold. That's what I'm saying. But the inside is rotten. We need to read through the intention. Like our mayor here, the mayor of Montreal is saying, oh, I'm going to impose taxes upon those people that drive into Montreal by, that drive into the city. Where do you live? What planet you live? Tax for what? People are walking in Montreal and want to, because they live outside of the city, say their car destroyed the city. Wow, I can't imagine. What is going on? How can their car, or the road that is you refuse to maintain? Right? So we can see that these people, they live in a bubble world, in a world that is not this planet, another planet entirely. These are Canadians. These are Quebecois like me and you that work hard. Why do you want to put tax upon them again? Tax on what? So we need to understand. They will tell you, oh, everything is green. We want to make everything green. Okay, the green. How much is it? How much I have to pay? But they will never tell you everything. Say, oh, everything has to be good for you. It's for you, not for them. But actually, it's for their own company to get more money and more money and more money. So, I want to say this morning is for us to always be open mind wide. Our eyes have to be 360 degrees. We need to watch everything because they come with a kind of terminology that is fancy, that is nice. And all of us will be carried away by that terminology. But actually, it is what? Death sentence. If we agree with it. Because they come. Torah did the same thing. He came. He said, oh, I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for equality. Everybody has to be equal. But actually, it's a power grab. He wants to grab power from his cousin, from Moshe, and depose him and send the people back into slavery. Into what? Into destruction. we have to be very careful. We have to understand any leader, any person that tells you as what the Torah said, any prophet that arise in Israel and that come and said the God of Israel is not the only God, that prophet is lying, and that prophet should be executed because he's lying. And it's a fact, because they will come and tell you all kinds of stories. And he say you be carried away, yeah. They will even perform miracle in your eyes with your two eyes like this. You see with your two eyes. Then you see, yeah, this guy is a god. It's really the other side, the negative power, to do all those things. And we are carried away because we think that this is a miracle, this is something different. No, that is nothing different. Under the sun, the Torah said there's nothing new under the sun. Everything is the same. They just renew them in different names, give them in different names. Everything has been from the beginning, the way it is. So, please, my people, let us be wise. Let us understand. Let us open our eyes wide and know the intent of people's heart, the intent of people's mind. What the message you bring, are you lying or is it true? Is it God sent or is it man sent? You need to understand that. Parashat, Korach. Shabbat shalom. All right.